So, I apologize. I have to be a little quiet this video because it is 7 in the morning and my girlfriend is sleeping next door. Not next door, but in the room next door. Um, so I have to be a little quiet. But it's just because I'm being quiet does not mean I'm not excited. Yesterday, the Bears played the Bengals preseason game 2 or game 3, I guess. Caleb started, which I'm happy about. And I was watching, and I was a little disappointed with the way that they came out. But it's preseason. I understand he's still a rookie. They started out very, very slow, but then finished very strong. Okay, they had what three and outs in a row, which is pretty bad, especially coming off of the high of last weekend. Um, I was starting to get a little annoyed. I didn't like the play calling. Our run game couldn't get started either, and these are against backups. But eventually, Caleb got his footing. In my opinion, I think he was honestly just a little nervous in front of the hometown crowd. So I think he got the nerves out. He started making plays. And then Caleb got his first touchdown in the NFL. Technically, it doesn't count because it's preseason, but yeah, his first touchdown ever in an NFL game. That doesn't count, unfortunately. So in my eyes, I don't count it as his first touchdown. Uh, in game 1, if he gets a touchdown, which he should, that is when I'll count his first touchdown. But it was a nice one. Okay, they went three and outs, and I really liked that Matt Eberflus kept putting him out there. Okay, I think Matt Eberflus was thinking maybe 2 or 3 drives. They went out there for 5 drives the entire first half because I didn't want Caleb to end like that. Okay, I wanted him to get his confidence. There's like you cannot pull him yet on a bad note. You need to have him go out in front of the home crowd with a good note. That is actually what I really enjoyed about Matt Eberflus not pulling him or whoever's decision it was. I don't know if it was Shane Waldron. The final say is probably Matt Eberflus. So I'm very glad that he let him keep going out there and like, hey, keep doing it, man. You're gonna get it eventually, and he did. He threw a bomb to Tyler Scott, and the defender, horse collared him, so he couldn't get it. Tyler Scott, I don't even know if he would have caught that anyway because he's not that great at catching the ball, at least in games. In practice, I hear different, but in games, he doesn't really catch the ball. He's a deep threat, but he's not. Come on, I mean we've seen him try to catch deep balls, and he falls on his face every time. So in the moment when he fell on his face, I started yelling. I was like, "Are you serious? Tyler Scott fucking tripped again?" But looking back on the slow motion, he did get grabbed. It was the defender's fault, and it probably, if he caught it, that was a touchdown. Tyler Scott is so fast; he would have made it in the end zone. So that was cool to see. I kind of wish we would have saw the play without the defender horse calling him. I wanted to see him throw a deep pass touchdown. That would have been sick to see in the preseason week 2. That would have been awesome. But unfortunately, I mean it was still a good play. We got the penalty. We gained what like 47 yards from that, or even more than that, I think. So that was not a bad play, but I wish we were able to, see the version of him throwing the 45-yard, 50-yard touchdown to Tyler Scott instead of just the penalty, which is. And then he started getting his step after that. He threw a pass. It was like a 42-yard pass down the left sideline. Him rolling out to his left and throwing it off balance to Roma Dunze, which like it was such a good throw. He put it exactly where it needed to be, right in the bread basket. And I think Roma Dunze made an even better catch. And that is exactly why we drafted both of them. And we're going to see a lot of that this year. And I am so excited. Um, is it weird that I'm more excited about Rome Odunze than Keenan Allen. Is that weird? Keenan Allen hasn't gotten the ball once. And oh yeah, I wrote this down in my notes, and I don't know what is going on, but I think Caleb Williams has targeted like Gerald Everett like 4 or 5 times, and Gerald Everett cannot get the ball. I don't know what it is. He either throws it at his feet, he throws it wrong. Like they're just not on the same page. Gerald Everett and Caleb Williams. They need to start getting on the same page because every time he targets him, it's an incomplete pass. At least that's what I've noticed. Because he's number 14. That whenever he throws it to number 14, they never connect. I don't know what it is, but they need to start getting on the same page. If you're going to target Gerald Everett more than Cole Kmet, which at least this preseason it looks like they're doing, probably on purpose, but they need to start getting on the same page and fast. We are 2.5 weeks away from the season, 3 weeks from the season. So it was fun. And then after that Roma Dunze catch, he targets Roma Dunze again, rolling out to his right, looking a little Patrick Mahomes. I don't like comparing him. I'm not the only one that does it though. He rolls out to his right, and right before he goes up the sideline, he throws it into the back right corner of the end zone, and Roma Dunze is there, and he unfortunately was out of bounds. Now, in my opinion, the way that they painted the end zone was stupid. The way that they painted, he probably thought he was in bounds. And yes, he's a rookie. He should understand where the lines are. He should understand where the end zone is. It's inside the pylons, but the way that they painted it, I can kind of tell if like I don't know if that was confusing to him. We might find out something like on Hard Knocks behind the scenes why he caught it out of bounds, or it was just his fault, or if he was actually confused on where the end zone actually was. I can probably show a picture of it. Um, it just didn't make sense to me, but whatever. Okay, I wanted Roma Dunze to get his first touchdown too. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. It was a good play, regardless. He was barely out of bounds, but unfortunately, he was. Um, and then the very next play, they go play action, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. And Caleb, he drops back. He's looking, he's looking, he's looking. He sees no one open. He rolls out to his left, still kind of like threatening to throw it. And then Tevin Jenkins runs right in front of Caleb. And Caleb decides to run it in for a touchdown. And everyone is saying, man, Justin Fields could have done that. I mean, why didn't we just keep Justin Fields? He's doing everything. He's doing everything that Justin Fields could do. Nothing more. Which is just so ignorant. It really is. I mean, you clearly didn't watch the game. You clearly didn't watch the game. Yes, he started slow. He's a rookie. Yes, he didn't have the greatest passes in the first quarter. But that second quarter, man, he started picking it up. And honestly, if that was a full game, I think Caleb we would have played amazing. I think Caleb would have played amazing because yes, that first quarter was pretty brutal, but he started picking it up, okay? And he probably would have brought that momentum into the second half and played good in that second half. Obviously, we didn't see that because it's preseason, but if this was a regular game and he played like shit in the first quarter, started picking it up in the second quarter, and he probably would have brought that momentum into the third quarter and fourth quarter. So I understand why people are saying Caleb didn't play the greatest. He didn't at first, but then when he started picking it up, man, he started picking it up. He had some good plays. So I get it. And honestly, with this type of thing, I want Caleb to play next week. It's probably not likely, but I don't want him to have 3 weeks off and then go into another game in 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like I want him to have NFL experience. He's a rookie, man. I want him to go into the Titans game week 1 with momentum. I don't want him to take a 3-week break from football, or at least like NFL experience on the field rather than practice. I don't want him to take a 3-week break from like NFL experience and then have him go into week 1 starting off slow like he did today, and then by the second quarter, or even the second half, once he starts picking it up in the second half, if he does, we're already down like 21-3 or 21-6 because we only got 2 field goals or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to play next week. He needs to, and that's just my opinion. I know that they usually don't play their starters in the final preseason game, just because you don't want them to get hurt. But in my opinion, rookies need to play. They need to bring that momentum. They need as much NFL experience before week 1. That's just my opinion. So moving on to the defense, they deserve all the praise in the world, but we already knew that they were going to be good. So I'm not going to spend too much time. The defensive MVP by far, if you watch the game, Kyler Gordon. My God, he was everywhere. He was everywhere. Almost every other play or every play, you see or hear his name. He had a sack, which was amazing. He was blitzing. He was all over the ball. And you know who that reminds me of? TJ Edwards. He is also always all over the ball. So he had a good game. We need Brisker back. Jalen Johnson, good. Montez Sweat, he was out there. It was good seeing him out there. He didn't really do anything too bad or too good, but I think he was just starting to get back out there again after the injury, minor injury. But again, my rookie defensive player, Austin Booker, man, dude, I think he's going to be fantastic. Austin Booker looks so good. And yes, it's preseason. I understand. But holy shit, this guy has a I want to win mentality. He wants to win. He wants to be the best at that position, you can tell. And it looks, watch the all 22, watch the highlights of Austin Booker. He has the mentality where I have to play at 110% effort at all times. And you can tell, dude, he is sprinting at all times. It doesn't matter if he missed the tackle or the runner broke free or something like that. Like, he just watch. Okay, it's hard to explain, but he has that mentality where, like, I need to play good or I'm not going to make the roster. But he also has that mentality where he's like, I want to be a starter, and I want to be a starter for the Bears. So he's been impressing like crazy. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I am excited for this season. Do you guys think Caleb Williams should play? Just let me know. Have a good day.